Welcome back, everyone, to episode. I know it says episode
Two.
1 on stream, but this is episode 2 because I. Oh, wait, let me go change that. Hold on.
Yeah, you can definitely change that.
Episode 2. Welcome to episode 2, where Axel's gonna talk your ear off for about 2 minutes while I go take pictures and find other stuff to send to him. Which, by the way, thank
He
you,
is
God of
literally
Heroics, for following the Twitch channel. An hour and
yeah, no
16 minutes
problem.
in to the podcast. God damn it.
Hey guys, I had no plans on talking your ear off, and then he just decided to just start the pod, and now I'm here. So we're gonna talk about a little game called Neverness to Everness because apparently Mafia didn't know that this game was out, even though this game has been out for a while. It's about to get a 1.2 update, and it's peak fiction. So if you haven't played NTE, I'm going to talk to you about this game as if I'm being sponsored by it. And if anybody from this game's development wants to actually sponsor me for this, please do, because whether
What
you
game?
do it or not, I will talk good about this game. NTE.
Oh, yeah. And I want to get into it. So don't just sponsor
Yeah,
him.
Mafia
Sponsor
wants
me
to
too.
Mafia wants to get into it, and I've definitely been already into the game since the day it came out. I'm currently trying to pull for Chaos, and he's such a cool looking character. He has this big like buster sword essentially that opens up into a scythe. In fact, if you've seen Ruby, it's like Crow's weapon, Ruby's Uncle Crow. It's a scythe that can turn into a sword and back to a scythe. I think the only thing it doesn't do is turn into a gun because every weapon in Ruby turns into a gun for whatever reason. But yeah, no, Chaos is really cool. He's a member of the I think he's a member of the Bureau. He's part of their faction. But essentially, there's anomalies going all over the world, like magical anomalies that are popping up here and there. People are getting eaten by trash cans that turn into monsters, and like giant birds with porcelain doll masks and all kinds of crazy crap. The main characters, who are obviously the playable characters, they all have Esper abilities, and all of their Esper abilities counteract anomalies, so they become what is known as anomaly hunters. And as their name suggests, they essentially hunt and destroy all anomalies that are harmful because there are good anomalies. There are characters like Sakiri, and they have essentially anomalies that work with them. And those are pretty cool as well. So they have like little friends and stuff. There are a lot of very docile anomalies along with evil and aggressive anomalies. And then there's anomalies that don't necessarily have sentience, like anomalous realms and things of that nature. So that's fun. Anyway, every chapter of this story works kind of episodically. First, like one chapter, you could be, working with one company named Avon. It's an antique shop, but they're all anomaly hunters. You could be working with them to defeat an evil photo gallery, and then the next chapter you could be, doing an auction where like the item that you're trying to get is some kind of powerful relic or whatever. So it's a fun time. I suggest everybody plays it. It is a gacha game, an anime-based gacha game, much like all of its predecessors, but it gives you a lot of really crazy freedom. So the combat is very in-depth. Every character and their elemental abilities run into each other. So there's a wheel of different powers, essentially like cosmos. Then you have like water powers. Then you get like dot weapons and things like that. It's all kinds of different stuff. But if your team has anybody that's adjacent to them, they have abilities where they can bounce off of each other to switch in and out of combat, which is really fun. They all have their own ultimates, and their abilities blend together with other people's abilities. So you could have one character attack with their element, and then another character comes in to attack with their element, and they bond together for a reaction of sorts, which all
Are you
have
sure you're
different
not getting
varying
paid by
abilities.
them?
I promise you, my pockets are empty. They also have a wide range of other things that you can do around the city. So they have essentially what is like city activities where you can take on like side jobs, or you can go play little fun mini games. Like I was telling Mafi, they have Tetris, they have Mahjong. You can do a heist with your friends too. This is not just by yourself. You can do this with your friends. You can do like deliveries, delivery trucks, things like that. You can race NPCs and you can race other players. You can go to prison and do a fight club. You can also just go to prison if you break the law, like if you steal a car or cause a ruckus and attack police officers. You can get arrested and go to prison. You can also do prison breaks, or you can stay and, survive your whole prison term, which I think is a very interesting aspect of an anime gacha game that has I don't think has ever been done. I know you like there may be instances where you can get locked up or captured, but essentially a system where you can go to prison just free roaming is kind of crazy. But yeah, go ahead, everybody download NTE. I will personally play with literally anybody, and I will teach you the ins and outs of this game if you really wish. And we do have a new character currently out now named Chaos. This which is the one that I was yapping about before, but we're also getting another character coming in the 1.2 update, and her name is Shinku. Shinku, if you have played Zenless Zone Zero, imagine Ellen Joe, the ice shark woman, but far more badass. It's like they took her and turned her into a Super Saiyan. It's probably the most fun you'll ever have. She can actually, multiple characters can do this, but when you're fighting specific bosses, there are small chances where a cutscene can trigger where a teammate will show up and just like fight the boss. Shinku genuinely pops into a fight with an enemy known as the Headless Rider, and when he's about like 25% of his health, she'll just kill him, which confused the heck out of me the first time I saw it, because I'm fighting and then suddenly I'm in a cutscene where my main character is about to just absolutely throw hands with this cool boss. And then Shinku comes out of nowhere and puts the absolute pause on him and kills him, and then just leaves. Pretty fun. We have another lady. Her name is Hattori, and she can control time. I'm not going to discuss how that's possible, but she shows up in a boss fight with a porcelain doll giant bird. Very creepy, by the way. And she stops time to let you beat its ass for like 20 seconds, which is fun. There's another enemy known as Beatbox, who, by the way, has an actual rhythm game that you play in the middle of the boss fight, which, oh my god, it has to be some of the most fun I've ever had in a boss fight. And he hits really hard. Jesus Christ, do not get hit by Beatbox. You will die. But yeah, Lacrimosa, who's another S tier character. Of S tier, she's kind of a vampire, but not really. She loves tomatoes, not blood. But she shows up and finishes the fight with you as well, which is really adorable. She's really cute. She's tiny, but I think she's an adult. But it's fun. Oh, you can also play in a band. I think she's an adult. I think she's an adult because she actually has a government job, and I can't imagine the government allowing a minor to like fight monsters with them. So yeah, like she's small, but I mean, I've seen small adults before. I'm literally dating one, so I mean, anything's possible. But yeah, another one of the mini games, like I said, you can play in a band, so you can be the drummer for these other two ladies who are guitarists, and then their lead singer, which is pretty interesting. They have like 6 different songs that you can play. And speaking of the music, when when whether you're in a car or not, you can listen to music. If you're not in a car, you have a Walkman that you can play any of the songs from. And if you are in a car, then well, you can play music from your car. The music in this game,
Sony Walkman.
yeah, no, like you genuinely have a Walkman like in your inventory, and you can turn it on or off. And the music in this game absolutely goes hard as fuck for like no reason. Genuinely, if you use like Spotify or YouTube or whatever, look up NTE 10 AM. It is a fully licensed band specifically for this game that makes all of their songs, and every single one of those songs is good. They do not miss. Please go listen to them. I listened to every single song they made today, like literally this morning. Not a single one has missed. Every single one of them has been added to my playlist. As far as the vehicles go, you can get anything from like a moped to a Lamborghini. I kid you not. There is a honest to God Porsche in this car. In this game, there's an honest to God Porsche in this game, and it comes with its own skin that you can get as well. It has the banner that you can roll on with a slightly different currency. it's a good time, man. I'm telling you, like you can break the law, you can crash into people's vehicles, you can steal people's cars, you can use your influence with the bureau to commandeer someone's vehicle as well if you want. You can break any traffic laws. You can go into first person whenever you want as well. So if you feel a little bored with driving, as a third person view, you can honestly just be in the car. Oh, and if you level up your bond with different characters that are in your repertoire, you can have those characters be in the car with you. So they can like ride shotgun while you drive. And you can also have them visit your place of residence. So you can buy properties in this game, much like you can in GTA. You can get apartments, penthouses, stuff like that. Obviously, these things cost money, but you can get them. And when your bond is high enough with these characters, you can have them live with you, which I think is another really fun aspect of the game, just to help it feel a little bit more lived in. There's a decoration feature where you can put like posters, figurines, statues, all sorts of furniture and things inside of your apartments, which is another really fun thing you can do to make the game feel a little bit more alive. So yeah, Jesus Christ, it's been like 20 minutes. I've been yapping about this game. Are you sure you're not ready?
I've been ready. I'm just letting you.
Oh, bro, I've been killing time until you got here. Yeah, no, this game's a great old time. Go download NTE. It's a free-to-play game. You'll have so much fun. If you spend money on this game and go broke, you can 100% blame me for this because it is one of the greatest gacha games I've ever played. And take that from someone who plays 5 gacha games. I'm genuinely playing Wuthering Waves, Sinless Zone Zero, Seven Deadly Sins Origin, NTE, and Cookie Run Kingdom, and I'm about to get back into fucking Genshin Impact. So that's about to be 6 gacha games that I play. But yeah, NTE, amazing game. Everyone should play it. So since I blew through almost 30 minutes of our time,
no, I think it hasn't. I think it's only been maybe like 10 minutes. Hasn't been.
We're at an hour and 27 minutes.
Yeah, but we also took like a little bit longer than a 5-minute break.
That is also very true.
We're good. We'll cut that. Well, we'll either cut it or we'll keep it. So yeah,
I'll probably drop it on my channel as a crazy yap session.
That would be fan-fucking-tastic. Just turns it's like
me yapping about my favorite game.
Hero just yaps about NTE for 10 minutes straight on stream while Evan just sits here and waits.
No one asked me to do this. I just picked this game and decided to just talk infinitely about it.
No, he really did. I swear to God. I got up to go take pictures, which I sent them all to him.
Yes, I did see you send me them. I haven't looked at them, but I did see you sent them.
I found 4 of them. I couldn't find the other. I couldn't find them in their more outfits, but we'll let me
take a look.
Cover that later. All right, but yeah, episode 2, Captain's Lounge. We are pitting KDA, the League of Legends popular K-pop group, against our very own Huntrix. Now to quickly run down the rosters. Ooh, as I'm like burping off to the side into my microphone. So, on Huntrix, we have Zoe, we have Mira, and we have Rumi. But now here's the other thing. Are we counting Derpy? Do we want to count Derpy as part of Huntrix?
I'm gonna count Derpy as part of Huntrix, specifically because by the end of the movie, Derpy is following them and has stayed with them the entire time, and actually has a pretty good bond with Rumi as well. So while Derpy won't count when we talk about their songs going against each other, Derpy definitely counts when we talk about the combat.
Oh yeah, he's just a tiger.
Yeah, it's a giant tiger. No, are you trying to fight a giant tiger?
Bitch, fuck no. I'm stupid.
All right.
I'm not
it's a giant demon tiger. Like we don't see him ever fight in the movie, but like even if you give him a regular tiger set, that's pretty crazy.
We do see him fight. He has a very intense battle with that potted plant.
Yeah, he does. That is actually one of the best fight scenes in the whole movie.
Oh, it's
Derpy versus potted plant was goated, bro. The animators cooked up.
Editor, put that clip in here. Oh wait, you are editing this. Axel, put that clip here.
That's me. That's me. I'm the editor. Oh, that's fun.
God damn. All right. So
Go
now,
ahead and introduce KDA. I have to order food. My girlfriend says she's starving.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I ate. That's why I got food before I started recording.
That is fair.
Yeah. So now looking at the KDA roster, we are not counting Seraphine on the KDA roster for now, because she shows up. She joins the group during their All Out music video, and right now we are looking just at pop stars. So KDA, at the pop star stage, we are looking at Ari, Kaisa, Evelyn, and Akali. So that is
one.
Yeah, no, Ari's the best one.
Excuse me? Yeah.
Look, okay.
Good.
Akali's good, right? But okay, well, hold on. Ari's my favorite because I'm a one-trick Ari main. So I'm like, I kind of am biased towards Ari being my favorite member. Akali's outfits.
Akali has the best outfits.
Akali's outfits go hard. I do love Kaisa though because my wife did turn me on to what's her name? The singer for her. God, this is gonna.
No. Just Google it. Just Google it, bro.
No, where's my fucking playlist? Because I know I took one of her songs and I put it on my writing playlist. Where the fuck is W? All the way down at the bottom. I was like, oh, there's UK hip hop mix, but no. Where is it? I'm gonna like notice it as soon as I find it.
Burns? Gyra Burns?
Yes. Her. I do like her music. She is good.
This is an artist I have never listened to. Outside of KDA.
I apparently can't find it, even though I know I put it on my playlist.
Just search her name. I'm sure it'll pop up.
Apparently, I can't find it. No, I know it's in here somewhere. But anywho, yeah, so we're going to be looking at them and pitting them against each other and seeing who might come out on top. So doing a quick little, just gloss over everything. Huntrix, like, looking at the worlds first, right? Huntrix has what I'm kind of calling a soft magic system, because you don't really you don't see them doing a lot of magic,
crazy
but also
spells, magic, no complicated anythings.
Yeah, but also at the same time, right? Like they get their weapons from the Han Moon, so there is a slight conjuration magic that they're able to pull together. Verse, if we look at the KDA world, right? I mean, Ari is just straight up casting like Foxfire. Kaisa is using her little crystals to shoot shit. I mean, Evelyn's has tails. Like it's crazy. The League of Legends verse is just insane.
It's way more diverse with its magic.
Oh yeah. So now begs the question, right? Physical prowess or magic? Like where do we think that would fall? Madison Beer. That was her name. Jesus.
Oh, I can finally give you that. Because you asked for Kaisa specifically. That's why I looked it up. But as far as like how...
Who was Madison? I thought Madison was Kaisa.
Is she... No, Kaisa was Gyra Burns. Isn't Madison she's not Ira. She's not Ira.
She's not. She's. I don't think she's Evelyn. Oh no. Yep. Madison
She's
Beer is Evelyn.
Evelyn. Yep, yeah, because she
I
does
thought she was
more.
Kaisa.
No, she sings more
Yeah.
as Evelyn. Yeah.
Yeah. You look like you could use some more. Bah. Oh yeah, and then Miyeon and Seolyeon are from. Oh yeah. See, I know them from Idol. And I have their characters in
Yes.
Solo Leveling Arise, another gacha game that I'm going to talk your ear off for 20 minutes about.
Oh, please, because this is a gotcha game I want to get into, but I play my games primarily on console. I'm not a PC gamer, though I am actively trying to be one, and I'm not a mobile gamer. So since this game isn't on console, I haven't touched it, and I'm so pissed.
Download the desktop version. It's a lot easier. You can play with a controller. My professional recommendation is basically just as soon as you unlock auto battle, just set everything to auto battle and just walk away. Like I did that.
That's gonna piss me off. I've seen the gameplay for this game. You think I'm not trying to do all that stuff myself?
Yeah. See, I like auto battle because I prefer watching it and multitasking. So
That's fair. If I'm doing something like cleaning or cooking, I will do that.
Yeah, I turned it on and just walked away for, I think it was 3 hours, and came back and I had progressed far enough into the story of where it genuinely was like, yeah, you're just getting your ass kicked now, so we're just gonna stop. And I'm like, all right, cool, done. But yeah, oh my gosh. So I'm now wondering. I'm like, are we gonna have so? In my head, I'm now wondering. I'm like, do I actually know enough about League of Legends to be able to properly make this assessment?
I know
this
that
episode.
for a fact that I don't. However, I do know how power systems interact with each other, and that's gonna be my expertise for this conversation. So
I'm gonna come at it from the music standpoint. Or outfits. I'll come at it from outfits and choreography.
So the thing here is, I am gonna have to ask you some qualifying questions about League, though. But as far as the soft magic system, while it's not as diverse, it allows the characters of Huntrix to master their craft better. So we get to see, obviously, that they've trained since they were young. This is like their calling. So they're singing. It strengthens the Hollow Moon, and now the Hollow Moon is complete. It is fully golden. It has sealed all of the demons away. And not only does Rumi have a far more powerful weapon, but all of the Huntrix members have fully mastered the weapons that they have to the point where they can fight multiple demons at once and not have to worry about being defeated. So and we've seen even when they're separated, they still can hold their own. There was a little hiccup in there where the girls were in need of Rumi's help, but for the most part, they can hold their own even if one of them is wavering. So as long as they can land hits on their opponent, whether it's with their weapons or punches or kicks or using their environment, they're fully mastered. And that's another thing that Huntrix has over KDA. From my knowledge, as far as League goes, when it comes to Arcane and also just the gameplay of League of Legends, they rely on their powers and the skill that they have with their powers. They do not use their environment nearly as much. And the fact that Huntrix utilizes everything as a weapon is going to give them the edge no matter what battlefield they're on.
Oh yeah, I do like that. I do agree that they do definitely have that. Even then when they threw a demon and he hit a fucking lamppost and they were and Mira's like, that's the beat. And that was just the beat they laid down for takedown. You don't see, and maybe it's because we see more of actual Huntrix fighting than we do KDA, because KDA is it's just League of Legends. We just did it for Worlds, right? It was a cool, fun thing, but you don't actually see Ari and Evelyn and Kaisa and everyone else just
the best you'll get for that is 2XKO. If you play 2XKO, which is the League of Legends fighting game, you can kind of see what their moveset would look like in a 1v1 kind of aspect. And
I didn't even know they made a fighting game.
Yeah, that's what 2XKO is. I personally haven't touched it because I told my friends that I'm not touching it until they give the members of KDA actual good KDA related outfits instead of the generic League of Legends fits. But you can look like at how every single member fights and more or less figure out like if they're good for like 1v1s or if they're good for multiple like fighting multiple
Yeah.
targets and stuff like that. Ari is definitely really good for fighting multiple targets. Akali, it would probably be better if she was just fighting one or two, not like a whole host of demons like the other girls. Um, Kaisa and Evelyn, in my opinion, would be like good for 1v1s or even like supporting other members. Like Akali
Hmm.
and Ari are clearly the heavier hitters when it comes to the way they fight. And Kaisa, not like they can't hold their own, but I feel like their abilities fit better in a group setting if they're supporting one of the other two, being
Yeah.
Ari and Akali.
And especially, right,
Yeah.
like, even, like, from a gameplay perspective, um, like, Ari is a mid laner, right? So she's kind of, yeah, that heavy hitter. She is able, she is dealing more damage out there. Evelyn is very, I'm trying to remember their positions correctly. Um, Evelyn is, I want to say she's a jungler. So yeah, that does make sense of her being,
Big
she's more on the
support.
support. Yeah, she shows up. She's like, oh hey, I'm here to support you. Kaisa is she ADC? I hate that I'm like actually having to like question myself about this because I should know this shit.
You're the
Um,
resident League of Legends expert right now.
I know, and
I'm
that's
just
just
gonna go
that's just
riffing off of what you say.
that's the scary part. I'm gonna get fucking flamed by my friends who are like, bro, like you said all this shit wrong, and I'm like, I know I said this shit wrong, bro, boy. I'm like, help me. But yeah, yeah. But also, I forgot I have Google, and I forget that I'm not actually like sharing my screen. So
Yeah, so you can just look it up. But yeah, so back to what I was saying regarding the power system, having a more refined power system, or well, a simple power system allows you to refine your skills more. Which, well, I misspoke, but it is kind of correct. It makes it a more refined power system because with their abilities just being primarily, having the magic support their physical being for likely their strength and durability as well. Like again, we mentioned this before, but
mhm.
they jumped out of a plane, landed on the fucking concert hall, and was perfectly fine, like no damage. I don't know if any League of Legends characters can do that. I could be wrong. I could easily be wrong,
Mhm.
but my knowledge is very limited on League of Legends, so it's mostly just what I know from Arcane and like seeing some gameplay here and there. But
Yeah.
that's a huge feat. But on top of that, because their primary magic is just like their physical durability, probably their reflexes as well, and then just summoning their magic weapons, they don't have the diverse number of like spells and abilities and powers that the other leaguers would have. Um,
Mhm.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go grab my food. It just got here.
All good. While Axel is grabbing his food, we're gonna take this time to talk about other stuff. Uh, so yeah, so we are. I guess I'll just give a little bit of background. I guess while he's out. Um, so yeah, so I understand. Like if you're watching this, you're listening to this, right? We obviously are not the leading experts in these respective fields, but we feel somewhat confident, right? Enough that we're able to accurately, well, almost semi accurately be able to make kind of a decision about this. But also, our decision is probably going to be wrong. Because, going back to like, it's the whole thing about, the magic system and the power scaling, right? Yeah, KDA definitely doesn't, I wouldn't say has the abilities that was it Huntrix has. But also at the same time, KDA's magical prowess could like put them ahead because they have skills, they have other abilities that they're able to help with, like Ari. Ari's able, has her E ability in League lets her charm someone. So you charm the person, they start walking towards you, and then you throw her orb out. Like, she has an orb that she throws out and calls back to her. So, and this she can call fire out, and it's just, other stuff. Yeah.
I caught the tail end of that, but I'm also agreeing with you on that.
Yeah.
Also, it would depend on like what the matchups are. As far as like combat strategy, again, I can't give any info on how KDA would move as like a unit. That would be more for you because that would kind of like depend on like their lane roles essentially. But with Huntrix, we've seen that there's technically not a such thing as a support role. They're all basically like DPSs, but they
100%.
strategize their combat, like the way they fight against the different types of demons that they fought, but they also synchronize with each other very well because they grew up fighting alongside each other. So they instinctively cover each other's weaknesses without having to, ask any
Yeah.
questions. They don't have to say like, "Oh, Rumi, come help me out," or "Mira, cover my flank." Like they just instinctively do so, and they're always aware of what's going on the battlefield. And thinking about it now, I'm not entirely certain if that's just their natural awareness or if that's them being in tune with the Han Moon. Because with the Han Moon being pretty much all over
Mm.
Korea, it is technically possible that if they're connected to the Han Moon, they could be aware of everything or any imbalances within the natural waves of the Han Moon.
They could be like
It's
one of
never
those
stated that
things
that's
of,
the case,
yeah.
but it's a possibility that's the case. If that's the case, that means their awareness is basically invincible, but it doesn't mean that they can't be like blitzed or like hit on like their blind spots, because we've seen them get like in the movie, we've seen in their fights sometimes they can get like not sidetracked, but they can get I guess blindsided is probably the word that you can use. But even then, that just means that only happens when they're being swarmed with hella enemies, like at the bathhouse or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And that also does create the problem of like if they break formation for any reason, then it does start to fall apart because they're essentially untouchable when the three of them are fighting alongside each other. But when one of them breaks off, like when Rumi went to go press Genu in the bathhouse, the other two can easily get overwhelmed. So if KDA manages to like, separate them at all, which I'm not saying is impossible to do, considering that they all play their own individual roles, it might happen. But that would be their best bet of actually defeating them.
Yeah, because like even looking at the roles there, a few of them are assassins. So definitely, I think them being able to get the drop on them or like sneak in, because I think does Evelyn's ability make her go invisible? I'm like having to like go back to the League of Legends page
Yeah.
to try and like
No, for sure.
figure
You
this
can pull
out.
up their abilities and stuff. That would help.
God damn it! I just went to the right page, but I accidentally I think went to Ari. Here we go. We're at Ari. Go to champions. Yeah, opening up all of their abilities now. So we have Ari, we have Akali, we have Evelyn, and we have
Kaisa.
Kaisa. So let's see. Yes, Evelyn's. Yeah, because Evelyn also has a little bit of ranged because she has those tails coming out of her back that let her do that let her have some range, and she also has a charm ability as well. So she and Ari would be able to charm someone.
Are the charms throwables or are they kind of like hit scan? Okay, if they're throwables,
yeah, Ari's is a
now I
throwable.
gotta ask: do we think Huntrix's weapons would just straight up like be able to destroy projectiles like that? But well, I guess the better question is: can the charm projectiles be blocked or destroyed?
I would say
And also,
yes.
like,
Like
how fast are they?
I think in this world, yeah, they would be able to. Um, but
Okay,
yeah,
because
no,
with
like,
that being the case, I would assume that
mhm.
like Rumi would be able to like block it with her sword, or Zoe can like throw a dagger through it or something like that.
Yeah, but the other thing is right is they'd have to be careful for because Akali has Akali's Twilight Shroud ability.
Right.
Um, she pops smoke, and when she's in the smoke, she becomes invisible. So if the girls can't see in the smoke,
Hmm.
and then that lets them, that lets the KDA kind of sneak in. Oh, I apologize for yawning. Sneak in and grab a hit or two off of them. So,
Hmm.
mhm.
Yeah. Also, I think another big thing that leans this in the favor of KDA is
Mhm.
that with them being in a game like League of Legends, they essentially have like ult abilities. So
Yeah.
as like the battle progresses, they're like getting stronger and charging up more attacks. The only one of Huntrix that can do something like that would be like Rumi, and that's because her powered up sword, the full powered up version that she gets with Genu, can essentially shoot like projectile slashes.
Mhm.
And if Fortnite is to be taken with any grain of salt, like there's a slam attack that does a pretty decent like cone of damage. I can't say like how much damage it does because like
Mhm.
I'm not gonna take Fortnite numbers and then try to convert that to like League of Legends stats or anything like
Yeah,
that.
quantize them
That's a
for League
level
of
of
Legends.
insanity I do not have. But yeah, no, that's something that would also be taken into consideration that like Rumi has like kind of like skills and ultimate abilities essentially, but she's the only one that has something like that that could match anything that the KDA members have. So like if they drag out the battle to where they all have their ultimates, they all like, surround them or get into position, optimal position, and they all like spam their ults.
It's a,
KDA
it's
is
a team
taking that
fight.
win like damn near instantly. Yeah, yeah,
Well,
like
yeah.
that's a team wipe right there. Like there's nothing that Huntrix would be able to do
Mhm.
about that. So as
Yeah.
much as I love these girls, there are several strategies that KDA has that could essentially defeat them. Like separating even one member from the team destabilizes their synergy. Overwhelming force with like their ultimates, even just surrounding them and like spamming tons of like projectiles and abilities. Even if they charm one person, it's wraps. Um,
Yeah.
wrapping someone's leg with your tail and then like either pulling them to you in the smoke or even just tripping them, taking someone's weapon away. There's just too many win conditions for KDA in a fight with Huntrix. Even being a member down, they still are pretty much winning that fight.
Yeah, and that's I think just the way that both the magic, or I think that's just the way that both the worlds work is because very much League is meant for solo, right? A lot of these people and a lot of these characters play solo. So, and that
Right.
might also be one thing where where Huntrix has the advantage. Cause Evelyn's a jungler,
Yeah, that
right?
is true.
She's by herself. Ari and Akali are mid laners, they're by themselves. Kaisa's an ADC, and none of the other girls are support. Granted, I mean
That is true.
you
Yeah,
can kind of play Ari support. It's not recommended,
but you
but
can.
you can. I mean, you could play any. You can play anyone's support in theory, because I play ADC's support, even though I'm supposed to be playing an ADC. But I'm not good enough at the game. So
That's fair.
that's just
Yeah,
how I
them
have to come
them
at it
being
from.
spread out like that would put things in Huntrix's favor. So I guess
Yeah.
that it would really just come down to how well synergized KDA would be in combat.
Hmm.
Because like yeah, they're a K-pop team, they're K-pop idols, and like when singing and like with their music videos and all that, like yeah, you got to be synced up and whatever, but on the battlefield if they fight like it's a League of Legends match, it's not going to do too well for them because you're going to get like all three members of Huntrix going mid lane, and they're just gonna wipe Ari and Akali like it's nothing. And then you have two supports like hanging in the background. What are they gonna do? You know?
Well, yeah,
So
if they
yeah, I
run
guess
into
it
Ari
really.
or well, if they run into Ari or Akali in mid, then Evelyn's just gonna sneak up through jungle and just wipe, be like, "Oh, hey,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
behind you now."
yeah, that is true. So I guess it really would also depend on like the kind of battlefield they have as well, because
I think in a
like
more urban
With
environment,
KDA
Huntrix would
being in.
win.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like with Huntrix, they mostly fight in like metropolitan areas and
Hmm
like their actual cities. They don't usually like go to like the jungles and fight. But again, with them being as good as they are, with like using their environment to the best of their ability, that's another thing that I think would really come in handy for them, because that would just again depend on the battlefield. If but you would have to tailor the battlefield to both of them. So it could be like a city-based area, but it could be laid out like a League of
hmm
Legends match, essentially.
That would be
And while
crazy, though.
KDA would be spread out, doing their individual roles, Huntrix would have to stick together. Not like any of them can't hold their own in a one-on-one match. It's just
hmm
like they're stronger together, and that's the theme of their movie, pretty much. Like they're better as a group rather than trying to do things by themselves.
Yeah, and that's verse with League, where a lot of it is, like solo play. You have a few positions that are, how well you can play on a team, but from what I've seen, right, it's mostly like, oh, how well is your individual like performance in comparison to everyone else's. So
Right.
there's definitely those differences and stuff from just like the world building perspective in general as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say if we do like a best of 10 kind of, I think Huntrix is not winning this. Like they lose more often than they win this matchup if it's like pure combat.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely think it would be that exact situation. It would just it's Jover, bro. It's Jover. Like
Yeah, no, it's Joker. They probably can pull out like 4 wins, but and that's like being generous, because again, out of 10, like the best you can do
mhm.
while still losing is 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they're completely capable, but they're
Oh yeah.
they're not defeating KDA. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I
But
love
now
them,
I
but I
think
can't give them the win.
yeah, but now on like a separate topic, right? If we were to put KDA, not KDA, if we were to put Huntrix as like League of Legends positions, um,
Mm,
I definitely think not Ari. I definitely think Rumi would be a
Ruby?
top.
Yeah.
I think she would be a top laner with just like her big
Yeah,
ass
she would.
sword and all that other stuff. Zoe, I could see being ADC or jungler.
I was gonna say,
Um,
wouldn't she fit jungler? Because like her kit would mostly rely on stealth.
Possibly, but ADCs also primarily are ranged. So
Okay, that's fair.
I could see her
Then
being an
let's give her
ADC.
ADC just for fun. Yeah.
Yeah. I would actually probably put her and Mira together. I would say Mira would be support and
Both an
Zoe would be
ADC?
ADC. No, Mira support and Zoe
Oh
ADC.
yeah, yeah.
I
Got you, got you.
because yeah, we do see the two of them a lot. Like not like an older sister, younger sister kind of vibe, but kind of like exactly that. Like Mira
Yeah.
is just looking out for Zoe, and Zoe's
And
just
so
very
he's the
happy,
crash out of
very
the group.
yeah, she's very happy, she's very cheerful, and Mira is like watching over her, like an older sister would, and just making sure that everything's okay. But Mira also could be like, she's also kind of like the mom of the group, like because
I
she
would
was
say the
she
stepmom of the group.
well, and like if putting like stereotypical roles right onto that situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, like because she went and checked on Rumi. Zoe didn't check on Rumi. Mira came and was like, "Hey, you've been different. What the hell's going on?"
Right.
Like, what boy are you seeing? Who is this guy? I want to meet him. Type of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, good lord.
Okay, well, with you putting that spin on it,
Hmm.
with if Huntrix were to operate with League of Legends roles, how well would they do against KDA?
Well, top laners are usually very tanky, so they'd have to
Hmm.
beat Rumi first. I feel like Zoe and Mira would probably be the two hard ones to beat, but like it's also hard to tell because you like what would their ultimates be? We haven't really seen them do any,
Right.
ultimate
Well,
moves or other stuff.
this is where my very niche expertise of Cookie Run Kingdom comes in.
Oh, another ad
So,
read. Let's go.
so in Cookie Run Kingdom, Huntrix did a collab with them. I think two or three collabs ago, or two or three updates ago, and Mira's ultimate in this game is kind of like a helicopter swing that draws enemies in. So she propellers her Naginata overhead, and it draws enemies in. And then when they're directly in front of her, or well within like mid range, because she's with the Naginata, she unleashes like an onslaught of like really fast, like heavy swings towards the enemies. It doesn't do any knockback, but it does really good damage.
Mhm.
Zoe, it's just what you would expect. She just throws a shit ton of knives like fast as hell in multiple directions. So she
Yeah.
does it forward, but that's because of the nature of Cookie Run Kingdom. I think if this was in League of Legends, she would throw them all around her.
Yeah, I could see her having like
And the
that
knives
AoE
and the
ability.
knives definitely explode. So that is another thing that happens.
Hmm.
With yeah, so that's probably the best I could say for like them having ultimate abilities. Any other abilities they might have, I don't know. Because in Cookie Run Kingdom, you have your auto attack and then your special, and that's literally it.
You get two attacks. In League, you have your basic attack, and you've got your Q, your W, your E, and your R. But
Yeah,
sometimes not all of
that's
them are
kind of the
attacks.
problem. Like
Yeah.
that's really the big issue. You can't say like what their moves technically would be, like their full
Hmm.
move set, because we don't have that much information. Like even if we look at the movies, like I would love to give Zoe that really cool spinneroonie to like shoulder lock that she did that one demon on the airplane, but like that's still just one ability that you would have to be in range for, you know? I mean, it could be a thing where she like dashes towards the enemy in a straight line, and if
Yeah.
that like move connects, then she does the hold, and it could probably stun the enemy for like a couple seconds or something. But aside from that, a lot of their battles are just like heavy brawls and like offing the demons as soon as like their
Get
blade
up there
touches
and grunt.
their fucking belly
You've seen the
button and
Oh
they
beauty
just
yeah.
of it.
explode and die. So
Now
yeah,
I.
it is really hard to
Mhm.
pull a move set.
Now like because like talking about move sets, right? I think if it were like if it were, I think if it's a ranged fight, I think KDA would probably have Huntrix's number because they would have to
Right.
try and block so many of these ranged attacks. And you've got four people, you've got like four people throwing ranged attacks at you. Um, I think if it were like a fist fight, straight up bar fight, yeah, Huntrix would probably wipe the floor with them because
Yeah,
like you
that's
said,
their bread and
Zoe,
butter,
yeah,
essentially.
Zoe puts him in an arm lock and a headlock. Boom! All right, she just dislocated your shoulder. Good fucking luck. Like
Yeah,
Mira will grab a chair. Mira seems like the type of girl to if you get in a bar fight with her, she's grabbing a fucking chair and hitting you with it. Like she gives no fucks whatsoever. She's like, "Oh, there's a wooden chair here. It's breakable. Cool. I'm going to have it meet your spine right now."
right. She seems like the person who's swinging something and she doesn't care what it hits.
That'll give the dancers
She's
Oh,
like, if it hits your
exactly.
leg, cool. If it cracks your skull, better.
If it puts you down on the ground so I don't have to pick you up, better.
Sucks to be you.
Yeah. Hope you got good health care.
Right. Oh, also a question I should probably ask because we've never seen how this works. How do their weapons interact with anyone who's not a demon? Because,
Be sure
like,
to take some
obviously the
pride to
demons just
explore the
explode
sun
and
trails
die, but
after you're
like,
done flying.
I'm assuming that doesn't happen to people. So
I
like,
mean,
would this be a thing where like the sword or like the blades would still like cut people, or because it's like Hone Moon energy, would it like directly attack the
Get
soul?
out there and fly.
I want to say I feel like it would just end up kind of cutting the bitch open. Um,
Okay.
just because that's the way like I feel like it would work out. Because I mean, at the end of the day, right? It's still a weapon, and it's not that the demons
Right.
don't have souls. It's just that they, it's. I think well, because the
They're
weapons
demonic.
infused,
So
yeah. It's like in Dungeons and Dragons. I'm hitting you with God, what's the fucking word I'm looking for? Um,
I don't know. You play D&D, not me.
it's the holy magic.
Excalibur.
No, that's
Whatever Excalibur has on it.
I can't remember the name of it, and it's gonna bug the fuck out of me. Radiant damage. There we go. It's like radiant damage. It's holy. It's light. It does extra damage to them. But I feel like yeah, if I were to take Zoe's knife and just like walk up to you and just prison shank you with it, I feel like it'll still
Yeah.
prison shank you. Like
That's fair.
it's gotta. I feel like they have to be able to do something kind of like that. Otherwise, then would we not? But also, I mean, because otherwise, then they wouldn't have to practice like weapon control. They can just live and toss. They just basically throw them
That's
wherever they want to
true,
throw
yeah.
them. It's like, oh, I don't need to worry about.
That could also, explain why they fight the way they do, so that they don't hit each other by accident.
Mm-hmm. And that's also, I think, where that teamwork comes in. Of I need to make sure I'm not hitting you with my weapon, because if I hit you with my weapon, then we're all gonna die.
Right. I see.
I see.
Oh, that is interesting. All right. Then do you want to move on to the music portion?
Yeah, I think this is as good a time as any with, I want to say, I think like the 10-20 minutes we've got left. Yeah, we'll move on. I think it's time to move on to
minutes.
Yeah, so clearly neither of us know enough about League of Legends to probably make an accurate assessment, but we did the best that we fucking could. So
You actually played the game though.
yeah, I play like I'm very much like a casual League of Legends player.
That's fair.
But yeah, no, like so now we're gonna move on to the music. So we're gonna now, granted, right? KDA has released more music than Huntrix has. Looking at their albums, they came out first with Pop Stars, and then they released a single, The Baddest, before they dropped their second album, titled All Out. And you sounded like you had something to say.
Yeah. So I did this fun experiment that I never came to a full conclusion with when I first saw K-pop Demon Hunters. So I pinned specific songs against each other based off of vibes and like what the song itself means, which was a little harder to do with on the KDA side, because they have some songs that like match Huntrix, but Huntrix doesn't have enough songs in my opinion. So I did have to match Villain against Idol for the Villain vibe. But everything else was fine. So like Popstar, I put against How It's Done. Drum Go Dumb, I think I put against not Golden. I didn't put that song against anything. I put I'll Show You against Golden. I put The Baddest against the last song they played, which is, what is it called?
What It Sounds Like.
It's What It Sounds Like.
I'm like, as you're mentioning
just,
these songs, I'm like
vibes.
singing them in my head, trying to like remember them. Now I gotta hold on, I'm pulling up KDA's.
And I think
because I feel like I have a
put
different
against
list.
Takedown. Yeah, no, for sure. I'm sure you have a different
Yeah.
list, but what I did was I went to KDA Spotify and I looked at like their top songs essentially
Hmm.
to go
I feel
against Huntrix because Golden was like their top song, and then like How It's Done before Golden was like the top song, and then Takedown was like the
yeah.
new song for the upcoming tournament, and like This Is What It Sounds Like was the finale essentially.
Hmm. Yeah, because like if I were well, granted, it's funny because it's like 6 songs to 4 to actually I think it's 6 to 6 because How It's Done, Soda Pop,
Yeah.
Golden, Takedown,
Oh,
Idol.
that's what it was. Drum Go Dumb went against Soda Pop. My bad.
Like
I didn't mean to
Idol,
cut you
and
off,
then
but
what it
it
sounds
just hit
like.
me. Yeah.
Actually, Huntrix has one more song than KDA does. They have
Do they?
7. They have 7. Well, so okay.
But
Well, if we're looking at like the
do we
K-pop
want to
Demon Hunter
count?
as a whole,
Yeah, okay. Because I was like, do we want to count Soda Pop and Idol though? Because that's Soulja Boys. That's
yeah.
yeah.
If we're counting the Soulja Boys, yes, then the K-pop Demon Hunter total soundtrack has definitely more music.
Okay, that's fair.
But if we're counting just Huntrix, yeah, Huntrix only has. Oh, and Free. We forgot about Free. So 8
Oh
songs.
yeah, Free. Oh my god, that song is so good.
But Huntrix only has 3 songs. How It's Done, Golden, Oh no, 4. 4. Takedown, Golden, How It's Done. This is what it sounds like. So I don't know. My list would be.
I kind of want to count Free though, simply because Rumi's in it.
But it's not the whole group.
That's okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That is true.
It's
It would be
Rouge.
like a solo career kind of thing.
Yeah. Plus, it's Rouge, right? We leave that off to the side.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I don't know. I would do like just off of vibes alone. I would say How It's Done. I would put against I'll Show You because it's the same thing.
Really?
Like, well, because it's the same vibe, right? Because in How It's Done, they say, Huntrix, show this, how it's done, done.
Mm-hmm.
And then in I'll Show You, they go, I apologize for my shit singing, right?
I can't sing for shit either. So
Hell
you're
yeah.
good.
But, Katie, in KDA's song, it's, I'll show you what I'm made of.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah,
very
like,
true. Yeah.
that kind of matches that. I would say Golden would be more.
Okay, what are we putting Popstar against? Because this is what it sounds like.
Well, I think I'm working towards that point, like, because
Okay,
more and Golden kind of for me are like on that, not like fully on that same level, but like at that level a little bit of like this was their big moment, their big song, right?
fair, yeah.
And then I have to remember Popstar now. Let's see. I would probably say Drum Go Dumb against. No, I would say Baddest against Takedown. Because I'm trying to remember the lyrics now without like getting copywritten struck.
Right.
I would do Baddest against Takedown, and then honestly, the problem is I feel like Popstars is just kind of its own thing.
So the way I rationalized it was I had Popstar go with How It's Done because they're essentially the introductory. This is the band you're listening to. This is what we're about, kind of thing.
It's their debut.
That's where my
song,
mind was. It's literally the debut. Like this is us. Like you can't like this is what you this is what you get when you listen to us, kind of thing.
Yeah, because they even say, you know who it is, running around again. You want a dose of this, right? Now it's KDA. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that does actually fit better than I'll Show You because even like in the same thing, right? It's because even like Akali and Zoe, right? And Zoe's whole thing, it's what is it? Oh fuck!
Rapping from Burbank.
Yeah, rapper from Burbank, but even Akali's first line is, like, I'm a goddess with a blade, right? And
Hmm.
Akali uses shurikens and Zoe uses throwing knives. So yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
like, looking at it now, I think definitely that is the better decision. The hardest one though, I think for me, I mean, more you could technically do against Golden if you wanted to, because it's like the second biggest hitting song. Um, I still would do Baddest against Takedown.
I
Um,
agree for
because
sure.
they do have that same kind of like opening. Of where, Takedown starts out with, like the take down,
Yeah,
take down, 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 down.
Yeah.
Yeah, then Baddest starts off with, like, baddest, do what the baddest, A, we the
Hmm.
baddest, A. So it kind of has like that same vibe. Um,
Yeah.
the only one I don't know how to do is this is what it sounds like. I mean, maybe you could do that against like I'll Show You, but I feel like Drum Go Dumb and Villain are, even though it's funny because those are like two of their most popular, I think like two of their more popular songs. Um, yeah, it's their top five is Pop Stars, Villain, More, The Baddest, and Drum Go Dumb. So
Yeah, I only put this is what it sounds like against I'll Show You for the vibe of like because
we're
this
here.
is what it
This is what
sounds
we're
like.
doing. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like I'm fearless, I've overcome all my issues, like I'm at my peak essentially. Like
yeah,
this is what yeah, let me show you what I can do basically.
hell yeah, yeah. Definitely, I think I agree. And I think on that note, uh, I think we are at time for today's episode. Uh,
Yes, we are.
yes, we are. I I know, like, and this is probably gonna sound a little bit weird or off, but I mean, at least from my side, I apologize if the second episode wasn't as entertaining as the first. I think we had this idea in our head to do this, and we were like, oh yeah, we know enough about this, and then like we started recording it, and I was immediately like, oh shit, I don't know enough about this. I was like, fuck, I can talk about the music, and that's like maybe some of the choreography, but
Yeah, it's kind of the same for me because normally for my videos, I do a lot of heavy research on
yeah,
whatever I'm looking at, like the power systems, the combatants, whoever they may be. I haven't done any like versus battles on my channel, which I probably don't think I will, but I'll probably end up doing it eventually. Who knows? But yeah, no, I always do like full research, but because I know so little about League of Legends, I turned to more like leaning towards you for the League of Legends info
oh yeah,
regarding that so that I could put KDA against them properly. But because you're not like a sweat in League of Legends, it makes it a little difficult to like have that conversation properly at least.
yeah,
But I
but
think
at
we did the
least.
best with the information we had.
Oh yeah, and I definitely think when we went back to like when we stuck to the music, I think definitely we did better. I think we found the vibe, we found the rhythm, and
Yeah.
that was what we needed. But so who knows? Maybe we will revisit this topic again, but more so specifically focus on the music. Um, Maybe we just re-record episode 2. We'll see how much I want Axel to kill me, and then we'll go from there. Like, who
Oh man.
knows?
If we re-record episode 2, I am not yapping about NTE for fucking 15 minutes again. That is not happening.
That is still the most hilarious thing that has happened. Like, I came back. I'm like, I'm taking pictures and other stuff.
You're like,
And you're just going.
is it this a sponsored ad?
I'm sitting here and I'm like listening to you go on and on and on about this. And I'm just like, can this motherfucker do this for my book? Like if he does
Oh,
this
I for
about a
sure
video
can.
game, can he just like
I
yap
for
for like
sure can.
40 minutes about my book?
Dude,
Like,
dude, if I'm invested in something, I will not shut the fuck up. This is why I tell everybody I have one rule on my YouTube channel, and it is that I will never talk about Kingdom Hearts. And it's because I love this franchise so much, and I've been playing it since it came out. I understand. I'm probably one of the 3 people on the planet that actually understands the ins and outs of the entire Kingdom Hearts storyline with all the information we have so far, and I even have possible theories of what we're getting in Kingdom Hearts 4. I will genuinely be the most annoying Kingdom Hearts person on the internet if I ever talk about that fucking game.
You were like, I know the ins, I know the outs. I will ruin everyone's lives with this.
My uncle came over one time and he brought his sons, and his son was like, "Oh, I just got Kingdom Hearts the full story. What should I expect?" And I was like, "Sit down, son." And we talked for like an hour and a half about just about not even like the story itself, but what to expect from Kingdom Hearts. Because
Yeah.
I had to give him a non-spoiler review, and even then we were there until they decided to go home.
Damn.
So yeah, like if I ever do a Kingdom Hearts video, it'll be a singular stream and it'll be 4 fucking hours.
And it'll be perfect.
It will for sure be perfect.
It will be. Alrighty. Well, on that note, thank you to everyone who listened to this. If you came and you watched it on Twitch, even better. If you are watching this on YouTube, links to both mine and Axel's channels will be down below. Go check out our own content. Axel does stuff similar to this on his own, though without me, which is totally fair because he knows a lot more about the shit that he talks about. I do gameplay footage as well, and then we'll drop a channel. Like, you're already on the main production channel, so subscribe to Wolfpack Productions, subscribe to Mafia Elf Twitch, subscribe to God of Heroics VT, and like we'll be chilling.
Subscribe to MPC.
What?
Subscribe to MPC.
Oh yeah. Jesus. My brain is just... I've had, like, no caffeine today, and my brain is just not here, so... Alrighty, well, on that note...
some caffeine, and I'm gonna eat, because my food has been here for, like, 20 minutes.
Yeah, alright, well, thank you, everyone who came out. We will see you all in episode 3 when we figure out what the fuck we're gonna do next. So, bye, everyone.
Peace.